Hello, BookTube. Over the course of December, I have treated myself to a lot of manga. And to give me a pick-me-up for December 25th, I decided to wait until this day to unbox the copious amounts of manga I've ordered over the course of the month. So let's get going. First up is Volume 7 of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean by Hirohiko Araki. Stone Ocean is about Jolene Kujo, a distant member of the Joestar family who's estranged from her father, Jotaro Kujo, who is a frequent protagonist in earlier iterations of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Jolene is framed for a crime she did not commit and is sentenced to Green Dolphin Street Prison. There, a number of enemies of her father are waiting for her. They're hoping to draw out Jotaro so that they can kill him in revenge for the death of the long-running main antagonist of the extended JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series, Dio Brando. The villains successfully steal Jotaro's memory and his stand, a form of superpower that exists within the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure universe. Jolene herself develops a stand ability called Stone Ocean, and she decides to remain in Green Dolphin Street Prison so that she can restore her father's abilities and memories, all the while trying to frustrate the schemes of the person who masterminded her imprisonment alongside her newfound allies in the prison. I have been reading Stone Ocean for the last few months and have been really enjoying it, including binging on the volumes 4, 5, and 6 last week, and I will be getting to this volume later on today. I also picked up from Amazon the first volume of the 5th part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind. This is the story of Giorno Giovanna, a son of longtime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure villain Dio Brando, who was in possession of one of the earlier Joestar's bodies, which makes him, by extension, a Joestar. And so Giorno decides to join the mafia to try to make his community a better place. Really looking forward to getting to this and hopefully collecting all of Golden Wind as well. I also ordered 3 more volumes of Record of Ragnarok by Azychika, Shinya Umemura, and Takumi Fukui. Volumes 10, 11, and 12. So, Record of Ragnarok is a series in which the gods have decided to wipe out humanity for humanity's many sins. The Valkyrie, led by Brunhilde, objects and invokes a clause in the deific constitution that allows humanity to prove its worthiness to survive by engaging in a competition with the gods. 13 human warriors, the Einherjar, will challenge 13 gods, and if the gods win the majority of the competitions, the fights, humanity will be exterminated. But if the humans win, then humanity will be able to survive for another 1,000 years. Although not everything is as it seems. So I am now caught up with a record of Ragnarok, which we'll see the conclusion of the Shiva Raiden match, and then the beginning of the Buddha Bishamonten match. Looking forward to it. I have also finally gotten around to picking up some more volumes by Clamp. This is the third volume of Tokyo Babylon, which is one of Clamp's earliest series from the early 90s. It's about a young onmyoji named Subaru Sumaraki and his relationship with an older man named Seishiro. I also have the first Omnibus edition of XxxHolic, which is the sister series to Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. So this series focuses more on Yuko, the space-time witch, and her beleaguered assistant, Watanuki. Now I have a new series that came out in November. This is After God Volume 1 by Sumi Eno. Japan has been invaded by gods, and they've left nothing but death and destruction in their wake. With entire cities now classified as uninhabitable danger zones, researcher Sachiyuki Tokunaga is determined to find a way to take down the gods and save humanity. When chance leads him to high schooler Waka Kamikura, the two may just end up changing the fate of the world forever. Desperate for answers about her friend's disappearance, Waka breaches the Tokyo danger zone in search of clues. Instead, she finds Tokunaga, a researcher with the Anti-God Scientific Research Institute. While Waka tries to decide if she should trust Tokunaga, he quickly realizes that Waka is hiding a dangerous secret of her own, one that may just be the key to killing off the gods once and for all. I also picked up 3 volumes of Dr. Stone by Riichiro, Inagaki, and Boichi. I have volumes 5 and volume 6. And I have volume 7. Now, this is obviously very different than the other 2 volumes, and that is because this is the Japanese version of volume 7 of Dr. Stone, while these 2 are the English translations. Powell screwed up, and I don't mind. I'll go ahead and order volume 7 in the next day or 2, but I'll keep this anyway because I have been wanting to have at least a few Japanese original volumes. So Dr. Stone is about humanity after the end. So at some point in the 2010s, a mysterious event happens that transforms all of humanity into stone. Millennia later, some humans begin to be depetrified, and they try to restart civilization, led by a young man named Senku. So really looking forward to reading at least the first 6 volumes of Dr. Stone. I have read the first 2 or 3, but I'm going to come back to it. And then just look at these pages and eventually pick up a new version of volume 7. Also by Riichiro Inagaki, but this time joined by Ryoichi Ikegami on art, is Trillion Game, Volume 1. Self-proclaimed world's greediest man, Haru, and timid computer whiz Gaku set out to make $1 trillion. They start the company Trillion Game to accomplish this task and hope to iron out the details as they go. With charm, technical skills, and no business plan, can these unlikely friends reach their lofty goal? After Haru and Gaku become the first Japanese people in the 21st century to be listed among the world's top 10 richest people, Gaku reflects on when he and Haru met and events that led to the founding of their company. What started as a middle school acquaintanceship builds to a fruitful and unorthodox partnership as the two progress on their ruthless path to success. I also picked up the first volume of Yomotsuhegui by Masasumi Kakizaki. Police officer Nawa Kanetsugu lost almost everything when his wife and daughter were killed. All that remains now is his thirst for vengeance and hunger for the fruit of immortality. But when he takes a bite, he is plunged into the midst of an endless war between the enigmatic and twisted Undying and Ren, a single Shinigami looking to restore death to the world. Can Kanetsugu survive? Of course, his body shall, but will his soul? I also picked up 3 volumes of Blue Star Exorcist by Kazue Kato, volumes 4, 5, and 6. So Blue Star Exorcist is about a pair of twins who are the sons of the devil, as part of his scheme to be able to, I think, manifest in the real world without possessing people. One twin is a normal human. The other twin possesses some demonic abilities. The human twin is secretly a member of a church that seeks to exorcise a demonic influence from the world. And after the other twin's powers manifest, he is also forcibly enrolled in this society, this academy, so that he can help bring about the defeat of dear old dad. I have the first 3 volumes, and I'm really looking forward to binging on Blue Star Exorcist. Next up are 2 volumes of Dark Gathering by Kenichi Kondo, volumes 2 and 3. So Dark Gathering is about a young man named Kaito, who is spiritually sensitive, but he had a very negative encounter and desires to lead a normal life. To make a little extra money as a student, he takes up a tutoring gig. However, the young woman he tutors is herself spiritually sensitive and wants Kaito to help her in her mission of finding the entity that killed her parents and stuff. And I've been wanting to revisit Dark Gathering for a while now, because it's one of those series that I picked up the first volume, but I never went back to. So I'm going to be coming back to it soon. I also picked up the first 2 volumes of The Summer Hikaru Died by Mokumokuren. This is volume 1, and this is volume 2. It has Hikaru's face. It has Hikaru's voice. It even has Hikaru's memories. But whatever came down from the mountain 6 months ago isn't Yoshiki's best friend. Whatever it is, it's dangerous. Carrying on at school and hanging out as if nothing has changed, as if Hikaru isn't gone, would be crazy. But when it looks so very like Hikaru and acts so very like Hikaru. Really looking forward to checking this out. I also picked up the first volume of Sakamoto Days by Yuto Suzuki. Taro Sakamoto was once a legendary hitman considered the greatest of all time. Bad guys feared him, assassins revered him, but then one day he quit and got married and had a baby. He's now living the quiet life as the owner of a neighborhood store. But how long can Sakamoto enjoy his days of retirement before his past catches up to him? Time has passed peacefully for Sakamoto since he left the underworld. He's running a neighborhood store with his lovely wife and child and has gotten a bit out of shape. But one day a figure from his past pays him a visit with an offer he can't refuse. Return to the assassin world or die. I also picked up Volume 1 of Mao by Rumiko Takahashi. She is most famous for her long-running series from the 90s, Inuyasha, which I do want to pick up too. When Nanoka is transported back in time to a supernatural early 20th century, she gets recruited by aloof exorcist Mao. What thread of fate connects them? Together, they seek answers and kick some demon butt along the way. Nanoka passes through a portal into the Taisho era, where exorcist Mao reluctantly rescues her from the jaws of a grotesque yokai. When Nanoka gets back to the present, she discovers she has some new, incredible abilities. She returns to the past looking for answers, only to get caught up in Mao's investigation of a series of gruesome murders. As her questions about herself multiply, Nanoka learns that Mao is cursed by a cat demon named Byoki, and so is his sword. If anyone but Mao attempts to wield it, they are doomed. But when Mao's life is in jeopardy, Nanoka picks up his blade and swings. And finally, I picked up the first volume of Hunter x Hunter by Yoshihiro Togashi, who is most famous for his series Yu Yu Hakusho, which I completed collecting earlier this year. Hunters are a special breed, dedicated to tracking down treasures, magical beasts, and even other men. But such pursuits require a license, and less than 1 in 100,000 can pass the grueling qualification exam. Those who do pass gain access to restricted areas, amazing stores of information, and the right to call themselves hunters. Gon might be a country boy, but he has high aspirations. Despite his Aunt Mito's protests, Gon decides to follow in his father's footsteps and become a legendary hunter. The hunter hopefuls begin their journey by a storm-tossed ship where Gon meets Leorio and Kurapika, the only other applicants who aren't devastated by bouts of seasickness. Having survived the terrors of the high seas, Gon and his companions now have to prove their worth in a variety of tests in order to find the elusive exam hall. And once they get there, will they ever leave alive? So, really looking forward to it. Anyway, BookTube. So, I do not believe I will be able to do one single Steve pyramid. So, I will be doing 2 Steve pyramids. Yeah. And anyway, BookTube, I will see you tomorrow with some tag videos. So until then, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.